Consider you part of the Hirsch Forever Good family. And wow, are we continuing to grow. With over 1,500 employees, more than 700 sales reps, and products in 49 countries, our company brings freshness and flavor to millions of happy customers each and every year. But there's more to Her Foods than just great snacks. We are dedicated to preserving the environment through repurposing our factory's water and potato peelings at the Her Angus Farm. We also have a recovery system, which collects potato starch for paper manufacturers. And we are dedicated to reducing energy consumption through the use of the state-of-the-art steam recovery system. In addition, Her Foods is dedicated to giving back to the communities we serve to ensure that Mom and Dad's legacy of putting others first lives on. From our humble beginnings to our exciting future, Her Foods is a living, breathing example of good people making good snacks for good times. We promise to continue our lifelong dream of being a family-run company that adds a delicious crunch to your family's favorite moments. Well, that's our story. Now it's time for you to experience the forever goodness for yourself. Enjoy the tour, especially those hot chips, fresh off the bone. Thanks for coming to see, and come back again soon.
All right, did everybody enjoy that?
Yeah.
All right, so what an amazing story, right? How they started out, and now you'll get to see what it looks like, how they make chips now or snacks. When they first started, small kettles, so they peeled and cut up the potatoes and fried them in small batches. But it's a grander scale now, okay? So just a few safety rules, because this is a live factory. We want to keep everybody safe. So please make sure we are staying together as a group. Please stay behind me unless I ask you to go in front of me. We will be going in and out the buildings, and the doors do lock behind us. So just make sure we're tight. If you can be so kind, when we do go through the doors, just hold the door for the next person and so forth, okay? And rule number 2, there is no video and photography, and that is just more for the privacy of our workers and also for yourself, because you don't want to end up on, social media without your knowledge, right? And rule number 3, there is no cell phone usage. That includes any texting. So for the next hour or so, if you can kindly put your phone away, unless if you do have an emergency phone call that you need to take or a text, please let me know and I will get you escorted to a safer place to do so, okay? And lastly, there is no food or drink throughout the tour, because we do make food here and we do not want to introduce any outside food. However, if you have a bottled water that's capped, that is permissible. Everything else, you can just finally put that away. And if you do have or mint, that needs to be disposed of as well. Any questions before we get started? No? Since it's such a small group, we're just gonna go all fit in the elevator, okay? So come on up, we'll just go down using the elevator. Where are you guys from? Where are you visiting from? Delaware. Where's this group visiting from?
Beaver Springs.
Where's that?
Towards Lewistown, Snyder County.
Snyder County. We're in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're up here for presentation. Okay, well, nice. Well, welcome. I'm glad you guys came. All right. What's it called again?
Beaver Springs.
Beaver Springs.
Beaver Springs Dragway.
Okay, so. What's it mean?
Middleburg. Middleburg.
Middleburg? I've heard of Mifflinburg.
Yeah, we're like 15 minutes from there.
Okay, Mifflinburg. Okay. Yeah. My husband has a hunting cabin in near Mifflinburg.
Oh, okay.
So after the fire, Mr. Her ended up finding this property here. And so their original home sits behind this tree line here. It's a red brick building on the corner of 272, which is Christine Road, and Baltimore Pike. So they raised children, and their children was, exposed to the factory and knew all the workers as well. So, a lot of that was ingrained in them, sort of, right? So we are now in the third generation who is running the company now. And hers is the largest snack company that is still family owned.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We have about
I always thought
17.
Middlesbrough was.
Yeah, we have about 1,700 employees.
Wow.
That includes our drivers, and we have three processing plants.
Okay.
We have this factory here. We have a factory in Chillicothe, Ohio, and also Jackson, Ohio.
Okay.
All right. When we go in here, I want everybody to just stay on the right-hand side, and also take a big breath in through your nose as you walk in. Okay. All the way in the back of the room, you'll notice those big white tanks. Each one of those tanks hold about 36,000 pounds of flour that is locally sourced. So now when they are ready to run the production line, they will vacuum up the flour from there up into the ceiling, and they'll mix it with water. Then it will come back down. You see where it looks like a cone shape coming from the ceiling? It'll come back down that way, and it'll end up in the box below it, which is the mixer. Now the baker will add their secret ingredients into it, and it'll start mixing it. When it is completely mixed, it becomes this 300-pound dough. Now 300-pound dough, if you want to see what that might look like, right above me, there is a picture of it, okay? So now that 300-pound dough is a lot to handle, and we don't make a 300-pound pretzel. So they're gonna run it through another machine that's gonna cut them down to the 10-pound loaves that you see on the conveyor belt. Now the line all the way on the right-hand side on the blue wall, that is our regular pretzels. Now these two lines here in the center is a sourdough line, okay? More special. Right on the left-hand side, those silver vats there, that's where they'll keep the yeast. So they create a starter dough called a sponge once a week. Once it's nice and fermented, that fermented dough will go down in the vats below us. And then when they're ready to run it, you see it looks like a tube going back up into the machine. That's the fermented dough going back into the machine. And they will slowly add fresh dough into it. Okay? Now to ensure that this line continuously runs so that this fermented dough doesn't run out, every 8th loaf or so, this conveyor belt will twist, and then that dough will fall back into the vat, okay? So now we have to wait for another dough to come up. When that dough comes up, we're going to follow it whenever it does come up. Oh, there it is. So it's a little slow there. So when that dough comes up, we're going to follow it on the conveyor belt. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the conveyor belt. Sometimes it does happen. It's going to go beneath our feet and out onto the other side of the room. When it comes out on that other side, it's going to fall into another machine called the dough bot. And in that dough bot, it is going to extrude, technical term, or push that dough onto